हेलो फ्रेंड्स, कैसे हैं आप? आज मैं आपके लिए दो महत्वपूर्ण बातें बताने के लिए आया हूँ। द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट फॉर योर टेक्निकल राइटिंग एंड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स कोर्स PGS 502 जो MBSc PhD वालों के लिए ज़रूरी होता है, उसका सारा मटेरियल हमने जो है GNP सर क्लासेस ऐप पर डाल दिया है। तो आप वहाँ से जो है उसको ले सकते हैं। आप मेरे सारे PDF ले सकते हैं। देयर आर लेक्चर्स ऑन हाउ टू डू रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर, हाउ टू राइट एन इंट्रोडक्शन, हाउ टू राइट मटेरियल एंड मेथड्स, हाउ टू राइट this results and discussion, how to write the references, how to write an abstract, everything you will get it on that application. So all postgraduate students, PhD students who wish to find the course material for technical writing and communication skills can get all of it from our application GNP Sir Classes app. Please download it now. Right? Then the second thing, we also have a journal of domestic animal practice and research. I invite your manuscripts for our journal, and I will tell all about how to write a research paper for a journal in my today's talk. Right? So let us start. चलिए शुरू करते हैं कि एक रिसर्च पेपर कैसे लिखा जाए. Now, when writing a research paper, there is a requirement by the selection authorities in the selection documents that you have published research papers with NAAS rating this. Or if it doesn't have a NAAS rating, it has an impact factor, you add 6 to that impact factor. So what is NAAS rating? NAAS rating is a rating given by the National Academy of Agricultural Sciences of India to all the published journals. Now this is given on the basis of many criteria, and the committee decides what would be the rating for this journal. This rating is published at the start of every year, January of every year, and you can find any journal which is listed in this list and find the rating for that journal. So if you are thinking of publishing in a journal of NAAS rating above 5, you can first see the NAAS rating of the journals and then decide whether you should submit it to this journal or not. Then the second thing is NAAS rating is given annually. Every year, by the end of year, the committee decides based on the performance of the journal in the previous year and assigns it the rating. So आप जो है पिछले 3-4 साल की NAAS रेटिंग उसी जर्नल की देख लें, क्योंकि कई बार ऐसा होता है कि जर्नल को रेटिंग इस साल मिली हुई है और जब तक आपका पेपर अगले साल पब्लिश होगा, अगले साल उसको रेटिंग ही नहीं है, तो आपको नुकसान हो जाएगा. तो NAAS रेटिंग ये होती है. और देन यू बी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट द जर्नल फॉर विच यू आर सर्चिंग फॉर ए रेटिंग. Journals without a NAAS rating having a Thomson-Reuters impact factor, which is the frequency with which the average article in the journal has been cited in a particular year. You can journals with impact factor of 1, its NAAS rating automatically will be 6 plus 1, so 7. So likewise you can decide for the NAAS rating. So I think it will make you clear what is NAAS rating. And then what is the impact factor? Generally at many locations the impact factor assigned by Thomson-Reuters is considered, and site score or many other, there are many other these sites which assign numbers to the journal. That is not considered by most of the institutions. So be very particular about this thing. But when you are submitting to a journal with a NAAS rating of 5 or impact factor of 1.6, then you will require a lot and lot of time. You submit it now, it will be published 2 years later. And then the strict and high editorial standards of journals. You are disappointed because you submitted a paper to a journal and it was not accepted for that journal. So don't be disappointed. You just first prepare your paper meticulously and then submit it. Then there are more chances of getting it published, right? So don't be disappointed. And then there is a practice by some, they submit the paper to the highest journal and then submit it to the next lower journal and then next lower journal. Because of the reviewers' comments, the paper is improved substantially and finally it gets published. But in all this process, you will require a lot of time. Means you have to wait for 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, maybe 3 years. So, and then you are in a hurry that you are going to face an interview after 6 months to where to publish. So, don't. And how to search a journal? You can go online and search a journal, but read the journal's policy, the scope of the journal, and charges they are charging. Some journals are charging very high prices for publication, and others they are charging price for making your article with open access. Most open access journals they are charging a fees. There is no free publications, but there are other journals where if you want they can make it open access, but they will charge a high fees, right? So think on all this and then start writing a paper. But think of the new journals. They can help you publish your 1 or 2 articles. You see, if your publication with a NAAS rating above 5 has a number, journal publication in less than 5 again has a number, and publication without a NAAS rating is also assigned at least 1/4 marks. So think of submitting to new journals. I invite you all to submit your manuscripts to our Journal of Domestic Animal Practice and Research. We will help you out in how to, if you have submitted a paper, we will help you out in improving it, in publishing it after improvement, based on the reviewers' comment, based on our own help, which we will be imparting to you. So think of new journals. Submit to our Journal of Domestic Animal Practice and Research, right? I will be talking about the journal website and how to submit it. Then and then currently we are not charging anything from anybody who is submitting to our journal. Maybe it is written on the website that a charge of 2000 would be charged, but currently we are not charging any charge from anyone, right? Now, how to write a paper? First of all, you need a title for your paper. The title should cover the study which you have mentioned below, and it should neither be too long nor too short. And some journals they require a running title also. So you have to include a running title. And then the font of the title would depend on the style of the journal. Some journals they require all capital, others they require first letter capital, others require first letter of every word capital. So it will depend on, you have to search the journal policy, you see a published article, or you just refer to the author guidelines, right? The second thing is authors and affiliations. You can include as many authors as you can, but try to include only those who have substantially participated in the research and who have contributed in your research. You can assign sequential numbers to authors from different institutions. There is no limitation how many authors can be there, how many institutions can be there. And write complete, there was one article published in some journal which had more than 300 authors from around 60 institutions. So there is no limitation, but Only those who have really contributed to that publication should be included. Then write the complete names of the authors. You see, in reference citation, we first use the surname, but in the title and the authors list, you write the complete name starting from the name. Govind Narayan Purohit. Or if you want to abbreviate it, then don't abbreviate the surname. So you can write G.N. Purohit. Then it is essential that you include one author as the corresponding author. Give his email. He will be the author responsible for all correspondence. Give his email and cell number if it is required. Then you have to write the introduction. The introduction is the important part. It gives the objectives of the study. What were your objectives? What is the importance of the study? What are the previous works published on it? And how your study is going to enhance or add to the existing knowledge. There is a tendency to write the population data of the country. Now this is not at all justified. You are working on in vitro fertilization. What it has to do with the population of the country? Buffalo population, this population, that population. If you are working on in vitro fertilization, start from in vitro fertilization, importance of in vitro fertilization, and what are the previous works, how your study is going to add to that existing knowledge, right? At the end you can write, at the end of the introduction, you can explain what your study has done or what it has evaluated, right? Then there is the materials and methods. Describe the methods in a way that anybody can replicate. If anybody wants to use your technique, he must be able to replicate the same by reading your material and methods. Then cite references. Say if you are using a previous technique or previous approach, then cite the reference in your study that we have used this, we have followed this study, give the reference. Include the data on location, include if required, include the sample size, include the weather conditions, and include the experimental design and time frame. When was the study done? What was the period of the study? And at the end, mention the statistical analysis, how you analyzed your data and how you just got the results. So the next section is results. You have obtained a lot of results. How to present them? You cannot present each and every finding in a research paper. So you have to analyze them. You have to classify them. You have to critically analyze them and present them in short tables or figures. So analyze your results, classify them and present them sequentially in your results. Use tables and figures, but don't replicate data in the text as well as the tables or the text as well as the figures. Don't overemphasize, and these are the checks for your results. And number all the tables and figures and ensure that they have a text citation, and vice versa. Check that the methodology of results obtained have been mentioned in materials and methods. You have mentioned something else in the material and methods and you are presenting results for something else. This is not justified, right? Use charts to explain your results. Give the title for the chart, mention it, figure 1, figure 2, and mention the details. For example, if you are giving a photograph, mention the magnification of the microscope, and likewise you should mention the details. Add tables to compare data, but very lengthy tables giving all your data are not at all justified. You group your data accordingly, compare it, statistically analyze it, and then prepare short tables so that anybody viewing your table can understand. You see, the reader of the journal must understand what has been done, what was the results, how it is significant, right? Table should be numbered and have a title. Title should not be too long, and the statistical test should be mentioned. Mention the level of significance also, right? That is very important. Then the discussion, it is the explanation of what you have obtained in your results. Give references to previous research, compare it with your findings, and give possible explanations for difference in the findings. Then what are the potential limitations and weaknesses of your study, and you can include some reasons why things happen. Don't include discussion which is not relevant to your study. Don't include, because that creates a negative impact on the reviewer, that you are describing something else, right? Be very specific. Then the conclusion, a conclusion is a must for most journals. It should be brief, based on the salient findings of your study, and avoid hypothetical conclusions not based on your study. Don't conclude anything which you have not experimented, right? Then the abstract, you see, after the author affiliation, the first part is the abstract, but I have mentioned it at the end, because once you write a manuscript, then you can write an abstract. You first write an abstract, then maybe you are presenting something else in your material and methods and results, then what is included in the abstract. So first explain the objective of the study, briefly mention the methodology, your salient findings, and a brief conclusion. Then many journals require that the abstract must be concise, 200 to 300 words, so make it accordingly. Then include 3 to 5 keywords. And at the end of your manuscript, after the conclusion, you should include a reference list. The style of references, you should first refer the journal to which you are submitting. You follow that style. Most journals, they have mentioned in their author instructions which style they are following. So you read that. There is a style which is known as APA style, which we are following in the Journal of Domestic Animal Practice and Research, in which the references are sequentially numbered. The reference first appearing in the text is assigned the number 1, and sequentially they are numbered, and the same number is assigned in the reference list. But in the other style, where you are giving the author names, then maybe Kumar 1999, if there is one author. If there are two authors, Kumar and Sharma 2001, or if there are more than two authors, then it is Kumar et al. At means al means and co-authors and co-workers. So Kumar et al. 2013. So likewise you have to mention in the text the reference, and in the reference list you have to mention the references alphabetically and then as per year. So 1999 will come first, 2001 will come later, 2013 of the same author. Say it is Chaudhary 1999 will come first, Chaudhary 2001 will come next, Chaudhary 2013 will come next. Likewise you have to arrange the references. Be very particular about the reference list, because now all publications have a DOI number. So the many journals have softwares which check your correctness of your references. So be very sure that the references mentioned are correct and accurate, right? So once you have completed all this, you have written your paper, you have written the manuscript, now what to do? Check it for grammar and check it for references. Cross check the reference. The reference cited in the text must be in the reference list and vice versa. And also check for correctness. And don't assign different fonts to different topics. Refer the journal style for the subheadings, introduction, material methods, results, discussion. Then proofread your final submission. Get a print, proofread it, so that sometimes on the desktop or on your laptop you are not able to find very small mistakes, but when you have a print you can very exactly point it out and then correct it, and then finally submit it. So don't wait, submit it to our journal. We will help you out. We are covering all disciplines of veterinary and animal sciences, so there is nothing to worry. You can submit from any discipline of veterinary and animal sciences. Even if you are in laboratory dealing with laboratory animals, you can submit to us. You can go to our website www.medvet.co.in, open the journal, submit it directly there by the online submission system, or you can submit it directly at the email of the editor jdapr@gmail.com. But first refer the author instructions. Prepare your manuscript as per the author instructions. Submit it to us. We will help you out in publishing. You can, if you have any difficulty, you can submit it directly to my email gnpobs@gmail.com. So I wish a bright future for all of you. I invite manuscripts for our journal, and hopefully we will grow together. Then thanks for your patient watching, and any questions you can find me at my email. And all students of MVSC PhD who are looking for the technical communication and writing skills PGS Pansodo, they can find all the material on my GNP Sir Classes app, which you can download from Google Play Store. You can download the app now by the link given here, and I will also give the link in the description section, so you can directly download it from there, right? So if you have not already subscribed to my channel, don't waste time, press the bell icon, subscribe to my channel, and if you wish I bring more and more material for you, kindly do subscribe and share, give your comments, give your likes, and you can contact me at my email gnpobs@gmail.com. Have a nice day, have plenty of good publications. Bye bye.